Hi friends and fellow knitters and crafters. Welcome to Knit Mania. My name is Gretchen and I'm so very glad that you took the time to come on here, and I so hope that you enjoy this episode. I believe this is episode 5, 5 or 6, I'll put it in the notes. And I'm hoping that this is a vast improvement on the audio. I haven't really been advertising the podcast on Instagram or YouTube or Instagram or Facebook much or anywhere else because I've been working through glitches. If you have seen any of my other podcasts, you've known that I've had to work through lighting and audio. So I just got a little lavalier mic, and I hope that that's going to make a big difference. So you can find me on Instagram at Knitmania Mom, and then of course here at Knitmania. And I'm hoping to be increasing my presence on social media as soon as I get this dialed in. So any comments that you might have, I appreciate. I feel like I have a lot to talk about today, so I'm going to jump right in it. I am remodeling this room that was my guest room. Then I renamed it my yarn room. Now I'm renaming it my craft room. I just got a Cricut, which I'm very excited about. And, you know, I've been deep into not just knitting, but making project keepers and project markers, stitch markers, that kind of thing. So, yeah, it just keeps evolving, even though knitting definitely is my passion and what I'm spending most of my time on. So I'm going to go right into the knitting, because that's what I said on my last episode, is I would do knitting and then I would go on to like what else is going on in life. So my finished object is a Hexie Puff. Big shocker for those that have seen. I have dedicated and I have managed to make one Hexie Puff every week. So obviously I try to do more than just that, but I'm working on some bigger projects right now, and I am also putting myself on timeout for socks right now. So really the Hexie Puff is what has been being finished for the past few weeks. So this is yarn by Wool and Vinyl, and the name of the colorway is Rocket Man, which I love. Like, who doesn't love Elton John, right? And so I got this from row 1. You get it in little 10 gram skeins. I don't even know if you call it a skein if it's that little. And so I'm making these, and these don't even take 5 grams. So I've got half of it left. And when I'm feeling like I really need to cast on a new blanket, I'm going to use these for a different blanket. But I have not felt that urge yet. As far as works in progress, I have a couple, and this is really funny. I will show you. I had no idea how like almost exactly the same the colorways on the projects that I have are. It's a little uncanny. So if you've been following me, you know that I am doing a Trendsetter Cardigan. And I finished the whole back last week, which was really exciting. And I did start the front. So here is the front. So there's going to be, no, my front isn't that small, but there's going to be 2 of these. Okay, so you do it in 2 panels. And I'm kind of excited because the pattern says to do it in regular stockinette for 6 inches. And I just finished that this morning with my 30 minutes of knitting. And then I'll do a row of purls and go to reverse stockinette. And then I think I have 10 inches of that. So will I get that done this week? Maybe. But I'm not committing to it. But so here is the colorway that I'm using for this, which is a Trendsetter. It's called Caribbean Wave, and it's 50% cotton, 50% soy. Before I had gotten this, like months and months and months before I got this, I was planning on making my son a hat, and I was going to use a pattern, and I just never did it, even though tons of people in the knitting community were doing it, which is kind of why I got the fever and decided to do it. But it's a hat that's double thickness, and I just kind of felt like in our area it was going to be too hot. We live in Southern California. So then Ollie and Bella podcast, which her name is Cherie, I think she pronounces it, is doing a knit along, and she's doing, I think it's called Simple Pleasures hat. It's a free download on Ravelry, and so I said that would be a better use. And so it's fingering weight held double just for the ribbing, and then it's fingering weight and mohair, so it's going to give it that halo look on the top. And if it looks too girly, then I'll have it. But I'm doing just the swatch right now, and I had to do it in the round, so it looks super funky, because on the back I'm not knitting it because that would be double the work. So I'm just running like a super long float on the back, so I get the right gauge in the round. And I have to do 4 inches, and it looks like my gauge isn't right, so that means I'm gonna have to change needles. But anyway, I'm doing the gauge, but I was looking and I'm like, look at these two, like they're almost the same. I think there's a little bit more yellow in this one, which actually I like the one without the yellow better, and I definitely like this material better. It's a sock fingering, so it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and this one, like I said, is the 50% cotton, 50% soy. But this one will be lighter, which will be great for a summer fall cardigan for me. So those are my 2 works in progress that now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, they're the same. They're not at all, but they look the same. And so then the other things that I have to talk about, I have a prize that I got. So how exciting is that? I want to share that. And then I have, oh my gosh, I'm going crazy about summer sock camp, like crazy. But I did want to show you a few progress keepers / stitch markers. So I've been making a few. Look at how cute this is. Can you see? Oh, it doesn't want to focus, but it's like little glitter and a little snow globe. It's so cute. And then these, oh my goodness, these have given me absolute fits. So they're like resin, and they're super cute, but man, are they hard to drill. So you have to drill their little heads. And I have gone through, so I borrowed my husband's Dremel, and then I, like all of the bits for the Dremel were way too big. So I bought jewelry Dremel bits, and I've broken them all. So the ones that I got were pretty inexpensive, but I was also hand holding these. So then now I have a, gosh, I don't even know what it's called, like the press maybe? I don't know, the thing that just holds it still. But in the meantime, I've broken them all. Here's another one that I made. How cute are they? I mean, they're just fun. So those are some things that I've been kind of playing with. This is one that I bought from the CrazySockLady, Kay. It says Team Cuff Down, which I definitely am as far as making socks. So I think that's really cute. And that brings me to socks. So we are 6 days away from summer sock camp. Not that I'm counting or anything. And I've started to get my stuff together. So I'm going to show you some of the yarns. I'm so excited. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to try to make 6 pairs, which is basically double what I normally make. And I think I'm going to cast on 3 on June 1st, which is crazy. I know that's crazy, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. So I haven't completely made my decisions, but right now I'm thinking this is one pair. And then I've definitely talked about this before. So this is the Earth Unique. And so these are going to be my toe up socks. Those I do know. I know I'm doing those, and I know I'm doing toe up. And then this is by Southern Skein. I think this is so pretty. It's called Galentine. No, surprisingly, it came out in February. I definitely want to do that. I haven't decided on that one. I haven't decided if I am going to just do it just this way, or if I want to do like the cuff and toe and heel in this. You can't really see, but this one, oh yeah, it does show up here. You can see it's got quite a few speckles and it's very sparkly. This is not sparkly, so I haven't quite decided. I would love to know what you guys think, with or without the sparkles. And then this one, oh, I'm in love with this one. This is by Legacy Fiber Arts, and they're one of my favorites. Sue and Chelsea are just wonderful, and Sue's dyeing is just one of my favorites. So if you can see all the speckles, this is called Octopus Garden, and it's a pretty new colorway for them. So this is definitely getting cast on. So we already have 3 definites. We've got the Southern Skein, Octopus Garden, and the Unique Earth. And then I've been kind of hoarding this for a while because I just love this. So I think this is a definite. These two, I think they look, I showed these before. I think they look really good together. They don't look like me. They could be socks for my husband. Actually, I think my husband would love these. But it would take me forever to make him socks. So I might start these with the intention of not being able to finish these by August 30th. These might just be, or I might wait until September and make these for him in September. That's probably actually what's going to happen. And then I think this is really pretty. I had bought this with the intention of buying it, casting on socks for him. And then he chose a crazy watermelon color instead. So I think these are pretty together or by themselves. And this would be enough, if I did them together, it would be enough to do 2 pairs because they're 100 gram each. So as you can tell, I am really excited. I'm planning on doing at least 1 pair of shorties, and then I'm doing a pair of toe up. And then I'm looking at patterns right now. I'm going to go on to Ravelry, to the CrazySockLady camp. Welcome. I know that there's lots of patterns flying around. And so by the time I record next week, I will have my plan for all of them in place. I've already been collecting some of my bags. So like this is one of the bags that it'll go in, and this is one of the bags that it'll go in. And then I've got all of the needles that I have. So I've got my 2 pair of circulars, so that will be for 1 pair. And then I've got my pair, and those are Chaigu. And then I've got my pair of size 1 2.25 signatures. So this will be for, now I'm losing my train of thought, Magic Loop, sorry. And then I have a pair of Addy Flexi Flips, which I've never used before. And so that will be one technique I'm using. And then somewhere I have a pair of 9-inch circular. So I'm planning on doing, CrazySockLady is going to have a tutorial. She's using the Haya flyers, but she said the Haya flyers and the Addy Flexi Flips are interchangeable. So I'm going to use her tutorial to learn how to do these. And she's also got a 9-inch tutorial, so I'm going to use her tutorial for that. So I'll be giving my progress on which techniques I like best. I'm excited to do that, and just to be able to have the flexibility, because if I already have all these needles too, then I can cast on as many as I want, right? So yeah, justification. And so that is what I'm most excited about right now, is summer sock camp. And now I'm going to talk about this wonderful prize I got. Okay, my husband and I, we never win anything. We say that we are like the opposite of lucky, which I guess would be unlucky, but that's not quite it. It's just that we never win. Or like we've owned 3 houses, and it's like, we buy high, we sell low. I know that's not what you're supposed to do. Everybody knows that's not what you're supposed to do, but somehow that's what we end up doing. We sold like 2.5 years ago, our last house, and we thought that the market was going to crash, and of course it's just gone up and up and up and up, and that house is worth a lot more than what we sold it for now. What are you going to do? But I'm giving you all of that backstory to let you know that my streak of not winning was broken, and it was broken in a great big way. One of the podcasts that I watch faithfully every week is KnittyNatty. It's Natalie, and I adore her. She is just a wonderful, giving, fun knitter, and she's just moved to New York, so like you can see like the Manhattan skyline now when she videos, so that's just fun. And she's going to be doing all kinds of yarn crawls and going into different stores. She just did a Brooklyn yarn crawl, so I highly recommend, if you haven't watched her, that you go watch her. She also has like a membership, which is $10 a month, which I do, where she has like Zooms every day and you can knit with fellow knitters. It's so fun. I love it. So when I was watching her 100th episode, she said, you know, comment below if you want to be eligible to enter for her giveaway, her 100th episode giveaway. And I won. I can't believe it. And so what she gave me was this incredible bag. So it was a bag that she had bought at Stitches or somewhere. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. It's like suede. It's got a like an insert that you can take out if you want. So I can, as a matter of fact, I'm going to use that as one of my project bags. Ding, ding, ding. So yeah, it snaps out. And look at it, it's its own standalone project bag. And then on the inside, she gave me these cute little bunny markers from Vessel Stitch Company. I think Vessel Stitch Company donated to her. And then a little tape measure from Bliss Yarns. I mean, this was like Christmas, you guys. There's also another little like notions bag if you wanted to use that. It just keeps on giving. Okay, but that's not all. So I thought it was all. It was funny because when I got this, like I said, it was like Christmas. And like part of me was like, gosh, I thought it was even bigger, but I was super grateful, super happy. And then Natalie contacted me and was like, I need your address so that the other vendors can send the prizes that they donated. And I was like, what? So I haven't gotten one, which is a project bag. And they had given me a choice of which project bag, and one of the choices was the summer sock camp project bag. So of course I picked that. So I can't wait to get that. And then the other prize was a skein of yarn, and this is from Craftnut Yarns. That's kind of cute. And the name of the colorway is Blueberry Muffins. Look at how pretty that is. Don't you love it? I love it. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much. That's from Heather at Craftnut Yarns. And so I absolutely love that. Probably socks. Like, those would make beautiful socks. I think everything would make beautiful socks. Or I think all beautiful yarn would make great socks. That's it. And this one, I kind of feel like this one is calling to do more of like a textured one. The really heavily colored, heavily speckled ones, when I've seen pictures of them, it tends to not show the texture if it's really heavily speckled. But I feel like this one, because it's got quite a bit of white or really light yellow, and then even the blue is like the bluish purple is pretty light. I feel like it would show texture really well. So I'm excited to do. I've been wanting to do a textured one, but I would have to say that the yarns that I tend to pick tend to be really just have a lot going on. Okay, and people that know me are not surprised at. I mean, look at my shirt, right? And then the other Happy Mail I got, this was not a prize. I bought this, but I am in love with this. So this is from Cozy Knitter, and I have been stalking her for a while, I'm going to admit. I kind of came to the YouTube knitting world around November, December of last year, 2020. And so, of course, when Vlogmas hit, I went crazy watching the knitting Vlogmas. That's when I discovered Advents, and, you know, was like, why didn't I know this? Why didn't I get any Advents? So, of course, I've ordered 3 Advents for this year. But the reason why I say I've been stalking her is all of the knitters that I were looking had her self-striping Advent yarn. And so it's 24 stripes. And so you do a stripe a day. So really unique, really fun, not too stressful. Like you're just doing, you know, maybe 10 rows a day, something like that. So if you're a knitter and you want that, I think it goes on sale on June or July, and I know it sells out fast. She already has like a reminder set up, and yes, I already do have it set up. I'm really hoping to get it this year, but but her regular yarn is gorgeous. This is called, I went to get this one. Oh, so pretty. It's called My Friend Margaret, and it's on her her sock base. Let's see. It's Bliss is the name of her sock base, and it's 80% superwash, 20% nylon, 115 grams, 420 yards. So, oh, that's just so pretty. And so it's a 100 gram skein and a 20 gram skein. So I was looking and I knew I wanted this, but then I saw this. And I told myself, you're only going to get one, Gretchen. You're only going to get one. And I went back and forth and back and forth. And I couldn't make up my mind. I loved them equally. And so I did get both of them. So this is called Stormy Water. And oh, so pretty. So pretty. So I'm definitely going to be knitting socks through the end of the year. I think I just showed you enough to knit through the end of the year, right? Oh, and in other news, I did get my Swift and my ball winder. I got my ball winder first. I don't know if I shared that. And just thought that I could hang the hank over a drawer and wind it. And it worked for about 2/3 of the way. And then it became a huge mess. And it took me like 2 hours to untangle this like ball of tangles and mess. So I learned my lesson, and I did not wind any more yarn until I got the Swift. And oh, I think the Swift is so beautiful. I do have a video, and I'm going to attach it at the end. It's really short. And I've been having fun. Like, it's fun to wind yarn. So, and I also have a lot of yarn to wind. So I'm glad I'm liking it, right? I think that's about it. The baby cat, Loki, is growing and now can climb up everything and jump off everything, which is both good and bad. And is getting more and more like comfortable with people, and more like liking pets and stuff, which he really didn't at the beginning. So that's awesome. The mama cat drives me crazy. Her Siamese part of her, she just meows so much all the time. And let's see, in other news, my husband just got a great new job that he's loving. And as a celebration, he decided to really celebrate himself in his new job. So he got a pool table, which is getting delivered tomorrow. And he also got a spa. Now, obviously, like, him and I did talk, and we are together in it, kind of. But he's really excited, and I'm excited for him. And of course, I'm going to get to partake in both of those things a lot, so I'll love it too. But yeah, that's, we had a big week. Like, the whole weekend, we were in Orange County looking at pool tables, and then we were in Corona looking at spas and Brea. But we got both, and they installed the electrical that we needed today, which was not fun. Had to have all 3 dogs in the house all day, and pounding and hammering and drilling and all of that. But it's done, and by Saturday we will have both and be able to enjoy them. So I hope you have a fantastic week, and when I see you next week, or at least when this goes on to YouTube next week, it will already be the beginning of Summer Sock Camp. And so I'm sure I will have lots and lots to tell you about that. Goodbye. Have a great week.
Wow, pretty awesome. Yeah, this used car is going to be my new car. What do they say? The best new cars make the best used cars? Yes, indeed.
We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
So what is this thing?
Well, I don't even know what this is called. This is the winder,
Which makes a ball of yarn.
which makes
And
a ball
this
of
is a
yarn
yarn
out of a
holder.
skein or hank.
Amazing contraption.
Yes.
Lets you do everything
So it
one-handed.
has the exact right tension so that you can do this without pulling the yarn.